Hey, welcome back to Magic Ball Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's the 16th of July. It's a Sunday, late in the Sunday evening. I think Game of Thrones is on right now, so there's not a lot of people playing Techie.net. We are playing a Rutherford EtF grid that we got from Say It Zero, and it's been a lot of fun. We're playing against Whizzard, who does get some value in this matchup because they have credits to trash things. This hand isn't fantastic. I think we can actually do better. Also, this player is playing... We're in the competitive lobby, by the way. This player is playing newer cards from probably the new data pack. So I'm expecting Blue Moose specifically, which is a crazy econ card for runners. So we're going to hopefully see what that does. So the point of this deck, if you haven't seen this before, is that we run Rutherford Grid, a bunch of tracing things, and then other annoying upgrades, just to make some sort of situations in which the runner gets... It makes it very hard to access and makes it very hard to trash things, otherwise we trash their board. This hand's actually really bad. Ideally we top deck an ice and then we ice both our HQ and R&D. I don't know how likely that is. Oh, that's okay. So this is good on R&D, this is good on HQ, so if they do siphon us, we can kind of stop it, but they could Temujin Archives if they want. Maybe if they're playing Blue Moose, they don't actually need the money from Temujin. Temujin, still really good. So he's like a fly buzzing around here. Oh boy. So let's see how this opens. They're drawing hard for something. They're throwing out a lot of things, maybe Heat Breakers. And there you go, Black Orchestra and Paperclip. So they're online from turn 1. What a good starting. We could make them hidden this, but it's only a 2-credit tax for them, which isn't great. I think we definitely want to find ice. We could draw up with Jackson, install Jackson, draw, putting us on 7 cards, and then we could ice it up if we do have ice. I'm not convinced. I don't know, maybe we do get ice here. This is such a harder tax, not against Whizzard. If we put out 2 assets a turn, maybe that's good, because they'll access one and then the other. So we could do that. It's, I think, very important that we protect this Adonis campaign, because we don't have enough money. Hopefully we find an ice. That isn't ice. So we can at least get this down, get a card installed. We waste a click of them, they lose 2 credits. That might be nice. So there you go. There's a virtual tour. This is really good with War Tracker, because it forces them to do the trace after that. And there you go, that's 2 credits down the drain and a click, which is nice. I think it would be better if we installed 2 things in a turn though. They're still drawing up 7 credits. This is good too. They can always trash one of these, but in a rerun, so we need some ice. I think we'll probably drop with Jackson this turn. And they threw out a Plascrete. Seems fair in this matchup. Not a lot of HB decks trying to kill you nowadays. And, ooh, a slums, which either means they have another or they don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. And I don't know if that's correct. It seems good. We haven't shown, obviously, to be a Moons deck, but at least we can be annoying here. Wait, what's up? This is going to be with the Warrior Tracker, huh? And it's also like a kind of a counter strategy if they don't install anything. Now the MVT makes sense. If you don't install anything, Warrior Tracker doesn't work. So joke's on us, right? What do we want to do here last click? We could protect this with a Warrior Tracker, which is probably not that bad considering that we have a Friends in hand. So now if they run this, they have to beat the Trace 4 and trash both of these, so I think they just don't. So we'll put this in server 2. I really hope they don't play another Salsa Slums because it turns off Warrior Tracker. So maybe Wait was bad because that's why they threw out the Slums. All these cards are really good. I think the Adonis is probably not that great. Actually, maybe we could have thrown out the NPD, but then they just run Archives, and it would go around this. So maybe throwing out the Slums they just realized was a mistake. Jesus, it's warm in here. And there's that Blue Moose, so they can remove cards from their heap and a medium. So they're going to start their next turn with 3 credits. This card doesn't have art, but what it says is pay 4 for this. At the beginning of your turn, remove one of your cards from the heap from the game, gain 2 credits. It's fucking absurd. What a good econ card. We actually might have enough econ just to put these both down, but we just need a piece of ice in front of it. So let's go find that piece of ice. Are you serious? We really need ice. So I guess we can just let one of these go. These cards are really good altogether. Like Warrior Tracker with Ash is super, super good. So I think we're actually going to throw out the Maryland. We have a pretty good modicum of money here. They don't have the Sentry Breaker, so if they do hit into this Architect, it's really good because we have cards here that we can bring back. The Virtual Tour is good, Adonis is good, Maryland is also good too because we got to shuffle that back in our deck. And they're charging this. It's a Maryland campaign. We could res this for 2 credits just to shuffle it back into our deck, which I don't think is terrible. Actually, no, we have Friends. It'll probably be fine. So they can pay nothing. We're just trading a click for theirs. Again, that's a really good reason to keep Sol Set Slums, is you can remove this from the game so it doesn't recur near endlessly. But man, clickless money. This card's like permanent daily casts. It's absurd. It's one more credit than daily casts. This card could have been so much more to install, and it still would be perfectly playable. They throw out a retrieval run, which is interesting. It probably means that they're running like normal breakers. Like fixed strength breakers. Oh fuck, where's our ice at? That's what ice looks like. They do have a paperclip, they do have a black orchestra. Black orchestra breaks this for 3, right? Yeah, so that's not fantastic. So I guess we'll get this down into a new remote. Putting the ash behind it isn't particularly anything, so we'll put another card on this, so they need both the breakers, and we'll try and score out next turn. Gotta throw something out here. Next turn it's install, 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 so I think we're gonna throw out the Jackson. Second ash is also, ash might not be good if they're running retrieval, or sorry, if they're running, what's it called, rumor mill. We haven't seen a current yet, so they might be. And if also they're playing rumor mill, they might wait and then get our Jackson. So we gotta kind of play around that. Running archives here. It's all good. We're not gonna pop that. So we wasted a click, that's good. I think they just need to find a sentry breaker. Oh, Magnum Opus, holy shit. Okay. That's a lot of money in the deck. So we can do install, 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 and that's probably okay. If they run this, it's good for us. I'll put this in as well. And then next turn we can double advance this if we want, do something else. It's probably not that bad either, but it's going to be really expensive for them to get into the server. And they know it. Magnum Opus, Blue Moose. This is an absurd amount of money. We also have to respect Vamp. But we have a credit lead that at this point Vamp doesn't look that possible, but they're probably just going to gain 8. Cipher, motherfucker. Ah, shit. I hate this card so much. They also could be running Fem with Retrieval Run. Cipher. God damn it. Oh, that's a card we want. We want to score that with the Jackson on the table, so I think we'll advance. And last click, I don't know what's good. We could take a credit. We also could just like Friends in High Places to bring back. It's going to make this a 1 and 3 on HQ. But we could bring back an Adonis into a new remote that they'd have to go deal with. We can put it under a Mumbed Virtual Tour, which is really good if we put these together. I think that's okay. In theory, this card's really good because it lets us bring back Ash and Warrior Tracer. But the fact that we have a Jackson on the table, it's probably good to get us an archive so we can at least try and play it twice this game. So this is an install, which is good because we get a credit, and then we can put Adonis on top of it. We also could just put the Maryland on top of it. I think the Maryland's better. The Maryland's probably better. It's 6 credits, this one's 9, but it's generally more flexible. And it's good to get another card back in R&D, because they're running Medium and Cipher, and that's going to be an issue. I hope they face check into this too, for what it's worth. Ah, fantastic. Architect, Fires. Adonis on the top, that's fine. Ooh, that's good to know what's coming up. So what do we want to do here? We got to install one of these cards. We don't want to install Adonis because the Global Food will be on top, so we're going to leave that there. I don't think they'll run again. So I think we're going to put a Turing on probably this server because we need the money. We also get to install a card from the heap or from HQ. So I think we're just going to put another Adonis on the table somewhere. Not a lot of good places to put it. Another Jackson on the table is sweet too, because we can now shuffle, but we have to use this one first. But yeah, let's get another Adonis on the table, see if we can actually tax them out. So they're going to access Adonis on the top. I don't know if they fire it, or if they trash it. I think they do trash it for free with Whizzard. And now they have medium tokens. Let's see if they throw down their killer and go back, because then they're going to get 2 agendas. Luckily we can't just shuffle with Jackson though, so. And they're running this, they know what that is, so that's just waste a click of theirs. I'm good with it. Hey Maverick, are you online anywhere? Hey, what do you mean? And they actually didn't trash the Adonis. They're probably going to wait for us to res it, so res it we shall. Like live on YouTube. Oh! No, just recording gameplay. So we know the next agenda is an agenda, so we can score this, advance, advance, and then we could score this, and we could just go ahead and put the beta test in here. We don't actually have that much money that we can't boost the Ash that difficultly, like that hard. They will have to install both of their breakers. This one will be 1 credit to break. This will probably be 3 credits to break. I think they might actually run HQ soon, so I think we'll get this beta test out of here. So let's get this in server 4. And this is good for us because it will be a lot of money, hopefully. This card's also 3 influence, so 3, 4, 5. Is that all we've seen so far? Blue Moose, so much money. Magnum, so much money. Like, I think their entire game plan can just be go R&D over and over again with medium. We're also not running Cyberdex Virus Suite, so we're going to have to purge if we want to. Oh, and there we go. There's a frantic coding, so the Fem is probably going to come out onto that, there you go, the Femme Fatale onto here. So we're definitely going to shuffle with Jackson, just because we know they're going to access an agenda, and we don't want that. It makes the accelerated beta test worse in some ways. I like to watch your gameplay. I'm a fan of it. Oh, thanks. It's very kind. So we're going to definitely shuffle with the Jackson. This also makes it that we can maybe fire the accelerated beta test. Maybe. So this definitely goes back. I think it's not great to put the Jackson back because they are a Whizzard. Money's really good if we're trying to trace them out. So we'll put money back in. I don't think Adonis is good either. This is basically friends will bring this back. I don't know. It's a really risky accelerated beta test. Let's see. If they don't access any cards, though, we know at least one of them isn't an agenda, which is cool. I think the hedge fund's probably good. Just things they can't trash, because they're going to just, like, tunnel on R&D. So 2 cards with medium. They stole 1 agenda, which is cool. Oh, they're going back. Fuck. Well, now we know for sure whether or not we're going to get a good beta test, because they're going to steal all the agendas. It is going to, if we don't find a nice, though, it is going to just push, like, their agendas. It's going to make their dig deeper, which is an issue, but I think scoring this is probably worth it. 3 unseen cards. All right, cool. So this beta test is actually looking pretty good. 1, 2, 3. Not going to install something a turn unless this beta test fires. And there you fucking go. Holy shit. Holy crap. Oh boy. That's good. So their medium actually helped us because it made that such a low risk play, considering we didn't have a Jackson installed. And if that's their play, it's going to be Fem, Magnum Opus, medium. This looks like a really good thing for us. They can still win off of other servers, mind you. But this is definitely a start. And we just have to basically get enough credits to be able to score this behind the Ash, and then hope they obviously do not play running archives. That's fine. I think they know what card this is, right? Unless this was the 3rd card and they didn't see it, but they saw most of those cards. The Parasite's going to come down, so they're going to cipher through that for sure. If we get a Warrior Tracker on there, they might not expect it, and that's actually pretty sweet. NAPD contract they can't steal. So what's the chance if we do install Advance? They're going to start the turn with 6 credits with Blue Moose. And they have to break through both of these, and they have breakers for neither of them, and then they also have to beat a trace here on the Ash. So I think install Advance is actually the correct play here. And we just hopefully don't get to that. We could play a bit more like conservatively and just also put an Ash on top of here. Ash, hedge fund, install this, and then next turn try and score it. Because we know they want to spend 4 credits on this server, so install Advance here. It's not that bad. Install Advance is going to put us on 11 credits. Right? Install to 13. Yeah, 11. And then this is 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to have trace. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not terrible. The Rutherford grid here would do a lot of work. This card is money. So what do we do? They're going to see a lot with the medium. There's also only 1 NAPD left in the deck, which they can't steal. This also might be a fine turn to purge, but I think we're probably just going to have to go risky here and try and push this one. Just no rumor mill. And even if they do get in the server and beat with the Ash, the Warrior Tracer's Tracker's going to fire, and then they have to trash 2 of their installed cards. And all these cards are like very important to their game plan. So we'll see. We might actually just get unlucky and lose on R&D, but they can only run R&D probably once or twice. There you go, Blue Moose. What a card. How much money did this give him this game? Probably gave him like 10, 12 credits already. It's absurd. There's that fly again. So this is also one more influence, so there's not that much we can be scared of. I think if they're running Cipher, it's probably very difficult for them to run our, what's it called? That Rumor Mill, because that one's also a 3 influence card now. So they're charging this server. That is good for us. So this is the Viper. They could trace through it if they want to, otherwise they have to install the Black Orchestra. Mind you, also they're going to run out of MU here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. Something's wrong with the MU. And they have no more money. That's all their money. So we actually don't have to res anything else. We just have to res the Ash. Oh, and the Warrior Tracker. Interesting. If we res this, we end the run. Thinking, okay, this is an easy thing to goof. So if we res this, it ends the run. And then they can just like Magnum come back. Why do they not have an MU yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should have one more MU, right? Because this gives you 2 MU. Otherwise, if we res the Ash and we res the Warrior Tracker, they can just trash the Ash. It'll be trace 4, and then the Warrior Tracker will fire. And then they have to trash 2 of their installed cards. So I think they would trash their blue moves, and then they can just go back. They can Magnum and go back. So I think we'll definitely res the Satyr Adaptive Barrier. So this ends the run. They have no credits. Not sure. So now they could come back. Oh, Parasite. Yeah, got it. Yeah, Parasite's on the table, so they actually don't have the MU for that. I always forget Parasite across the table. So that's the full 6. Now if they need to get through this, they still need to have more than, like, we can make this trace 6 or trace 5. If they don't trash the Maryland, we're also gonna have 2 more credits at the beginning of our turn. So that's the game. Mandatory draw, shuffle that back in, advance. And they just didn't have enough money. That beta test, that was a big deal. Good game. That was a really good beta test. These cards are cool. Like, Mumbit Virtual Tour is interesting. Warrior Tracker and Ash together are fantastic. It's a shame you didn't see, we didn't get to see the Rutherford grid, which is a really cool card because it works with a lot of our ice. A lot of our ice traces, a lot of our upgrades traces. There's a lot of cool things going on here. Probably not the most optimized HP, but it's super fun and people don't expect it. And it's really hard to play against this thing. Even if it didn't fire, people have to respect it. And I guess throwing out the slums was a big mistake. And they knew that. This card, super good. Cypher's also back. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. We got more videos coming out on this channel most weekday nights. Otherwise, Thursday, 8:45 Eastern, we're live streaming. Hopefully you drop by. It's been a lot of fun. Ciao.